Today on the show, the 80s pukes in our faces. Hot, pink, puke. Blech. This is License to Drive on Stinker Madness.
Stinker Madness. Stinker Madness. Stinker Madness. We got the Stinker Madness.
Hello and welcome to Stinker Madness, the podcast about bad movies by bad movie lovers for bad movie lovers. I'm your host, Justin. With me, as always, are Sam and Jackie. Hello, Sam.
Hi.
Hi, Jackie.
Hi.
Good to see you guys.
Yeah.
I would have liked it if we had just sat Indian style, cross-legged in a circle facing each other for an hour and a half without saying words and just awkward staring for that entire period, than have watched License to Drive.
Not a lot happens in License to Drive.
No, a lot of shit happens. It's just all stuff that's supposed to seem like something happening, but it's really nothing happening.
I think it's thin. I think for a movie that's supposed to be all these crazy things, there's about 5 or 6 crazy things that aren't crazy.
Yeah.
Nothing really happens.
It's just like, whoa, that almost happened.
Yeah. And it took the movie about 45 minutes to get started.
Yeah, right about in there.
They spent way too much time talking about, or just showing them in school and
Setting up the love interest that never pays off.
kinda.
Well, it pays off.
That's the only thing that does pay off, actually.
It didn't pay off for
Volkswagen.
us. It pays off for Les, Corey Haim's character. Ugh, man. I sure hated the 80s.
Yeah, this was 88, right?
Yeah.
I looked that up.
This is
That was
like
my job.
hot pink 80s, the zigzags. Everything was angular and zaggy and
Triangle sweaters.
triangle sweaters and fucking
Shoulder pads in men's, like huge shoulder pads in
Aquanet.
men's blazers.
so much Aquanet. Jackie, did you like the 80s?
No.
Okay. I didn't like the 80s.
I hated the fucking 80s.
Sam, did you like the 80s?
No, I
See-
would have liked it more if I was Don Simpson,
Oh, well, sure.
because then I would have like an orca made of cocaine in my front row.
Yeah.
Well, then
Or,
you probably would have had a great time.
He would have died like Don Simpson on the toilet. That's how he died.
Oh.
like Tywin Lannister. Oh, spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert:
Sorry.
Don Simpson is no longer alive.
Does anybody in this room have any nostalgia for the 80s?
No.
Uh-uh.
The only thing that I really liked out of the 80s was Gizmo,
Yeah, Gizmo's cool.
Yeah.
He-Man, and She-Ra.
Actually, I think
And Jem. And that was it.
Seems like you have a lot of nostalgia, actually.
speaking of Gizmo, I think Joe Dante's strongest work was in the 80s. So,
Oh, absolutely.
All of
Gremlins is
Joe-
a masterpiece.
and the first Howling is really fun too.
Yeah. But as far as like the 80s as a whole, fashion trends, music,
10-speed bicycle shorts, spandex, the bicycle hats that had the neon sides, sunglasses with neon handles. It's all crap.
the concept that everything in the world is okay because we're white and we live in America and we can be abusive to other people because, hey, we're white and we live in America and we're awesome and perfect. I fucking hate the 80s. I just, every time that's like something is like a time capsule of the 80s that I watch, I'm just like, shoot me right in the
Well,
fucking face. These people are disgusting, deplorable, despicable, selfish,
Yes.
inconsiderate.
30 years later, our culture is still trying to fix the disposable everything that was created in the 80s.
That is like disposable is maybe the best word you could ever use when describing that decade.
Everything was disposable.
Throw it away. Fuck it.
Including raping people.
It's disposable. They're disposable.
Yeah, they're disposable. People are disposable.
Feelings are disposable.
Yep. God damn it. Ugh. I do like The Wolf of Wall Street, not just because it's a good movie and it's funny, but their depiction of the 80s is like just right on the nose. Like, these people are fucking awful. And they're reveling in it. Ugh. All right, so anyways, the Coreys, this is their first appearance on Stinker Madness together. Actually, it's either their first appearance, but we did talk about that one with Nicole Eggert.
We talked about Lost Boys, too.
Oh, yeah, we did talk about Lost Boys, but
Was she in Blown Away?
no.
The one with Nicole Eggert doesn't have
yeah,
both.
that is Blown Away.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
'cause
that is Blown Away.
The only theatric release that has Nicole Eggert and Corey Haim does not have Corey Feldman.
Yeah.
And then Blown Away was, I think, direct to video.
Yeah, we watched Blown Away. Jackie and I said it sicked. But Lost Boys is fun. So that's about the only time you get them together that is worth a shit, because this is not fun.
No, it was. I haven't seen Dream a Little Dream, so I don't know.
Oh, yeah, Dream a Little Dream. We forgot about that one. Yeah,
I don't know if that's any good, though.
yeah, we could
I
check
can't
that out at
endorse
some
it.
point. Yeah, we can check it out. So Corey Haim plays Les, which I'm already questioning. Like, every time somebody calls him by his name, Les? Les? Really? Les is an old guy's name.
Yeah.
Like, Les wears coveralls, or no, like a one. What are those called? It's a onesie, a man
Speed
onesie.
suit.
Yeah, speed suit. Goes to the horse track. Has a hat that he wears every day, but nobody else likes.
Yeah.
Maybe owns a tow truck service. Les is not the name I would have granted this character. Like Gary. Gary's a good, strong, not strong.
Gary?
80s name for a
I'm gonna, all the Les's out there, I'm gonna give them. They're no better. Gary's no better than you, Les.
No, I like Les. It's a very odd choice for
Well, I think-
a film of this nature.
Yeah, Gary's just as. I mean, like, if his name is Les, Gary, or Carl,
Mhm.
he's equally out of step with his generation.
Okay, yeah. Well, what's Devin?
Yeah.
Devin's
No,
good.
that's now.
Trevor. What's a good 80s name that Corey Haim's character should have been?
Everyone and their dog got named Jacob in the 80s.
I think everybody and their dog still gets named
Gets named
Jacob.
Jacob.
Yeah.
That's true.
Peter? No.
Sam's. There were a lot of Sam's.
Yeah, there were a lot of Sams in the 80s. Samuel. Sam's name is not actually Samuel.
Rick. Rick is a good.
Oh,
80s.
Rick
Oh,
is a
yeah,
total
Rick.
80s name. Yeah.
Because
okay.
in the 80s, I wanted to be named Rick.
No, that would have sucked.
And I think I've actually told that joke on this podcast before.
Oh,
is
man,
that
that would have blown.
pre 1990, just the entire 80s when I was alive, I was like, man, I wish my name was Rick. Because then I could be cool.
I guess. Or you could be
Then-
a total prick.
Then 1990 happened. I was like, boy, I'm glad I'm not Rick. That guy was an asshole.
I'd rather be Steve now. Corey Feldman is in this film. He plays Dean. Dean's an all right name for Corey Feldman's character. Corey Feldman can get away with having uncommon names.
Yes,
'cause
he can.
He's always the uncommon guy in a movie. Did we like Corey Feldman in this film?
I thought he was super annoying.
Okay.
He doesn't do anything different,
Mhm.
but he doesn't do anything to make me like it.
No, okay. But I just hated him less than I hated everybody else. And by less, I mean less.
I thought the other kid, the kid with
Charles.
he was the guy I liked. I hated the least. Michael Manasari. Charles.
I would give that to you. Charles is the only decent teenager in this film. Seriously, everybody else is awful.
Well, I got to disclose this now. That when we were watching this, all I could think about was that poor Corey got raped a lot.
Both of them, I guess.
Okay.
I just kept thinking about it. And I'm like, oh, so is this after, like, you're shooting this scene after you came out of so-and-so's office? It was just disturbing that I just kept focusing in on that. Like, oh, you poor kid.
Way to go, Sam. You ruined the movie for. Oh, no, you didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did that itself.
Maybe if it would have been more entertaining, I probably would not have even thought about it. I'd been like, all right.
Got Carol Kane in this. She's fun.
She
I
looks
love her.
too good to. She's just a young-looking person, even though
Yes.
maybe she's 30-something here. You just can't buy her as his mom.
No.
She's way too young
Yeah.
looking, at least.
She's great, though. Carol
Yeah.
Kane's one of the best.
They didn't use her enough.
No, not enough Carol Kane. You get Carol Kane, you got to use her.
Not enough Carol Kane. The drunk guy, I think they plateaued with him. I
Yeah.
think they got all the comedy that they could. And then James Avery, of course, from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, they needed more of him.
Yeah, needed more Uncle Phil.
More Uncle Phil, more Carol Kane.
Thank God we got almost 10 years of Uncle Phil on his own show.
Yeah.
I kind of wish that we would have gotten to meet Tina Crapper.
Tina
Tina
Crapper.
Crapper, the funniest joke. The funniest joke in your movie is a background joke. That's bad.
Yeah, indeed. Also, Natalie and her boyfriend, the sister. She's like anti. I don't even know what's going on with these two.
She was trying, like, they didn't, maybe some of it got left on the cutting room floor or whatever, but they wanted her to be like, she was trying to be socially progressive, but then obviously once she realized what it was all about, she's like, oh, the hell with this.
Yeah.
And there just wasn't enough room in the movie for any of it.
Right. And at the same time, too much of it.
Yes, because there's not enough room to flesh out the whole thing with it, so don't bother with any of it.
Whatever happened to Natalie, the actress?
Natalie Anderson, she was in a bunch of 80s movies, and I think she still acts today. And she looks good still.
Okay.
Yeah.
I never seen her face before other than this, I don't think. But I don't know. It was kind of like, huh, did she turn into something? But
I think she's the girl with the glasses in a lot of 80s movies, and
Oh.
then I think she's in the first Wild Orchid, and then she's one of the girlfriends in Airheads.
I wonder if she's like the classic nerd in like the ski movies.
She's not in...
Like, we have to save the reservation, the
Yeah.
Indian reservation from the corporate America ski people.
She looks like that, but it's not her.
Okay. Then she opens up her shirt and she's got
Yeah, Quain starts the reactor.
Quaid boobs.
What about Pablo?
Pablo.
Yeah, Paulo, the Mercedes' boyfriend who has a red 328 GTS Ferrari.
He's an adult man.
Clearly older.
And you looked it up when the movie was made, he was 20,
He was 20, yeah.
but he's supposed to be playing even older than that.
I think
right?
he's supposed to be playing somebody older than that.
So this is the 80s, and it's still okay to, I think 16's age of consent everywhere, so you can just have high school girlfriends if you're 25.
Oh, man. Would you want to, though?
I don't know.
Yeah, because
I don't
I'm
think
led to
so.
believe that, at least I don't know about you two, but I got my driver's license when I was 15.
Yeah, I did too.
So if they're just getting a driver's license, she's only 15.
No, there's 16 in California. It's different.
Oh, okay.
She's still.
But she's still only 16. That's gross.
It's gross,
Super
but that
grody.
was the age of consent at that time.
Super grody.
Drinking age was 18.
Yeah, I just don't think you put it in a movie. I don't care what the. It doesn't look good. You're like, what are you. Huh?
Creeper.
Yeah, fucking. I mean, and his character's supposed to be a dirtbag.
He is.
Fine. But at the same time, it's still like, dude, I'm pretty sure that you do not need to be dating high school girls. Like, it's in his best interest to not date high school girls. He's got a fucking 328 GTS, and I'm sorry, but he's a decent looking man at nightclubs. He's going to be chasing college skirts.
So if you're, say, like a big shot, maybe like an NFL guy,
Yeah.
and you got the fast cars, any woman you want.
Mhm.
That happened. Mark Sanchez, you went to New Jersey to bang underage chicks.
That's true.
Got caught doing it.
Yeah, that's true.
Legal. Totally legal.
Let me pose this question to you. Let's
Sure.
talk about Mercedes a little bit. Does anybody in this room feel that Mercedes is a virgin?
No.
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 She's a cock gobbler.
Yeah.
She gets all of the dicks.
I'm going to burn one of my questions right here. Is Mercedes the type of girl that you want?
No.
I mean, here's the thing. Les is such a jackass that, for him, go right ahead.
Well, okay.
Yeah, your
He doesn't
grand
know any better.
your grand prize is behind door number 1, buddy.
the
good-
herpes.
Good luck for the rest of your life. For a normal guy, no, that's not. For Charles, say his friend,
Mhm.
no, Charles needs to think about maybe dating Les's sister.
She is a bag of problems, Mercedes.
Oh yeah, Mercedes is nuts.
She has got, she's not going to good places, this one. Like, I think this is a prequel, even though it doesn't line up to all of the, to Roller Girl. Like, that's your direction,
Yeah.
Mercedes. You have to go to Hollywood, get slapped around by some producers, do some porn, hit rock bottom at some point, wake up in a trash can
You wake up
after an H overdose of heroin, and then find Jesus and live as like a minister.
Wait,
wife
what's this
in-
movie called?
in Nevada.
Sure.
She's not going to good places, this one.
No, she's gonna be there when the police come and find Don Simpson dead on the spot.
Yes, she will.
Yeah.
She will. And she will have just barely escaped death herself.
Yeah.
What's that one called?
It's called Every Hooker Ever.
No.
That's not true.
Okay, there's
I was
some that have
thinking that-
heart of gold.
I guess.
Like, man, this sounds like a pretty decent flick. Like, maybe we should watch this one next. But no, my hopes just got dashed against the rocks.
She's gonna be Taylor motherfucking Rain at some point.
You-
6 dicks in her butt at one time.
Yuck.
Probably at the tail end of her career, get pooed on a little bit.
So if you're the guy, one of the 6, right?
Uh-huh.
And it's happening, and you're all in a pile
Uh-huh.
because it's got to be like a pretzel made of humans, right? So you're like, da-da-da. And you turn to one of the other guys, you're like, "Is my wiener touching yours?" He's not gonna know.
He's not gonna
You're
know.
like, I guess.
Maybe it might be.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I feel like I could be touching 3 wieners. I don't know.
There's a lot of It's an awkward conversation.
Did you see my new car?
It's a Buick.
Yeah. Lacrosse. Tiger Woods has one.
All right. I think that's enough about rounding the characters. But
What about Dad? He's fun.
He is the perfect 80s dad.
Yeah.
I really, really liked him.
Richard Master. He's in
He
a lot
nailed
of
it.
movies.
Yeah, he's very 80s dad-esque. The mustache.
And I guess if we're going to we were only talking about the cast right then, we got to rant it out because the protester boyfriend is Grant Heslov, Academy Award-winning producer
Yes, indeed.
of such films as Argo,
Uh-huh.
and he was also in True Lies.
Yeah, he's fun in True Lies.
What's interesting is I had read, and I thought it wasn't interesting enough to put in the 0.5, that Ben Affleck had read for the part of Les before it was decided to give it to the Coreys. So apparently Heslov was probably involved very early on in this picture if Affleck got to read for it, I would think.
Yeah, maybe. That's an interesting fun fact.
Yeah.
Would it have been better if we would have got Ben and Matt instead of the Coreys in this?
I don't think it would have been Ben and Matt. I think it would have been probably Grant Heslov and Ben Affleck, and nobody would have watched it, and maybe his career turns out differently.
You know what they say about that Ben Affleck? He likes to screw you in uncomfortable places.
Like the back of a Volkswagen.
Heyo,
What?
Mallrats.
Mallrats.
Let's go watch that.
It's a must see.
Yeah, let's go watch Mallrats and then some Silence of the Lambs when it rains. Let's fucking talk about this movie.
Sure. Starts out with a fake dream.
Yeah, fake dream sequence. Kids shackled to a bus. And honestly, the dream sequence was kind of like, it wasn't bam, like, oh, that's funny. But it was kind of creative.
It was.
And so I was kind of at the beginning like, oh, maybe this is going to have some fun in it. Because this is a creative way to open a film and explain that as a teenager, being on the school bus is like being shackled to hell.
It is, I guess.
And
They want us to think that.
then it just kind of all goes downhill from there.
It should have been a better scene. Like the bus driver was sliding it sideways. I mean, there's all of the elements to some funny stuff, and it just wasn't funny.
And I felt that the bus driver was a little too generic. Like,
Yeah.
if you're gonna have the bus driver be like a lunatic, he should be a fucking lunatic. Like he should look like that bald guy from The Hills Have Eyes.
Yes.
Or
Michael something Berry.
yeah, somebody frightening as an image. Instead, he just looks like a bus driver.
Looks like every other prison guard that you
And
ever see in any other movie.
Turns out that he's actually just the driver's ed teacher.
Yeah, yeah. See, I don't know.
This is where you look at the filmmaking itself, and I was like, oh, it's going to be creative. I was actually excited for a second. Then I realized all it's doing is just really poorly copying the movies of John Hughes and Savage Steve Holland.
Very much. Yes, very much.
And that, I think Savage Steve Holland's have more of the dream sequences in them with like Better Off Dead and One Crazy Summer, but it just essentially fails at every level to deliver that same entertainment that those two guys were making hay with at the same time.
Right, and using those pieces to define your character stronger.
Yes.
Anyways, he sees Mercedes in the aforementioned red 328 sitting there, and so he's like, "Fuck this! I'm gonna break my chains." He does, and gets to the back door, but it's locked, and he bails out the window. Good bail though.
Yeah. Again, I was
Stunt
like
guy did a really good job.
thinking maybe because the bus sliding sideways, he's jumping through glass. Like, oh, this could have something. No.
But the bus chases him. He gets in the Ferrari, and they go on a chase, and he, oh boy, he sees a pool of gasoline that's spilling out of a gas truck, and Mercedes lights a cigarette, or pulls out a cigarette, and he lights it up for her.
With a fucking kitchen match, too.
Teenagers smoking cigarettes. What a different world.
Yep.
We can't even smoke cigarettes.
Teenagers smoking cigarettes and having sex with middle-aged men.
Yes. What a different world. I mean, it's just like, that was a huge slap in the face to be like, oh my, what? You can't have a teenager smoke a cigarette in a movie?
Yeah.
Sheesh. But anyways, it's all a dream. He wakes up in driver's ed class, and I guess he gets in trouble for it, which
For sleeping, yeah.
I don't think you can, because it's extracurricular.
Well, here's the deal. you can still, it's pass fail. You can still fail.
Yeah, oh, you get failed, but I don't think you get like you're in detention from your driver's ed detention. I need 100. I will drive safely's on the wall.
Which it should have been. I will not fall asleep.
Yeah, or something.
It was very unfitting as
Yeah.
far as punishment and crime.
And I never quite understood that anyway. What the fuck is that teaching me?
Makes your hand hurt.
I liked writing on the blackboard.
Oh, I did not.
Fucking hated it, dude. I hated blackboards. Man, fingered us on the chalkboard. Ugh, that sound.
I don't like it.
And then the dust from the chalk when you had to clean the erasers. It was hell. Hell. Tell you, you millennials, you don't even fucking know. But we're entitled to everything. You clean some chalkboards, sons of bitches, then you might have something.
Well, that's the thing, though, is that they actually think it's fun because they get out of school and they work at coffee shops
Yeah.
that have chalkboards because they're so, like, chic.
Yeah.
They're so, yeah.
Well, putting a
Shabby.
chalkboard in your house now is also very chic.
Oh, fuck.
A wall made of a chalkboard
Fuck.
so that your kids can draw on the wall.
They're just going to draw veiny dicks. That is all you're going to have in your house. Veiny dicks all over the place.
I'll draw the veiny dicks. Kids aren't going to be happy about it.
Huge tits. Huge tits on the wall. Ay, ay, ay. That's so stupid. Anyways, so he misses the bus, and Corey Feldman comes up and picks him up on his bicycle. And what's that called when you sit on the front handlebars? Isn't that like it's not
Riding
shotgun.
on the handlebars. I don't know.
It's not sitting bitch. I thought there was a
The
fun
term for being
80s.
on the handlebars.
Yeah.
I don't know. I remember if you were going to give somebody a ride
Mhm.
on the handlebars or on the pegs, you call it giving them a pump.
Oh, that's what it was. It was give him a pump.
Yeah, give them a pump.
Yep, I remember that. That was the word. I never did that. I was always like, that looks not safe.
It sucks.
I'm gonna hurt myself.
I think I rode and have given rides of over 2 miles on handlebars.
Man.
And then that was like a defining moment in my youth was when I got pegs because it was like, wow, now I can ride, I can give people pumps and it's comfortable for both of us.
I can really pump a lot of men.
Hey, you want a pump? Yeah. Cool, bro. High five.
Wow, your life sounds exciting, Sammy.
So this sequence is supposed to be funny, and it's not. They're riding all over the place and running past guys, and people are diving out of the way, and look at these two zany youngsters. It's not funny.
No,
yeah,
it
Because
wasn't.
all I can think is, you little fucking teenagers.
Yeah, man. This was our fault, really, because we picked a movie about teenagers.
Oh, yeah.
That's
we
on
hate
us.
teenagers.
I fucking hate those guys.
Yeah, that is a sort of dangerous water to tread.
I like that Ferris Bueller, though.
Ferris Bueller's great.
All right, so mom's pregnant. Carol Kane's pregnant. It's dinner time, and she eats a mountain of potatoes. I kind of liked that. It's like she eats like 6 potatoes covered in ketchup
Yes.
because she's pregnant. It's kind of fun. Poorly delivered, but kind of fun. Then Feldman shows up. Dean. I gotta start saying Dean.
Now, this is, like, I find this whole thing precarious. That he just shows up and starts laying on the horn.
And his mother is driving
His
the car.
mother is laying on the horn.
Mhm.
No,
No.
that wouldn't happen. She'd be like, I'm not going to lay on the
Are you
horn.
kidding me? Sit in the back.
Sit in the back and shut up.
Or go knock on the door.
Yeah. Those are your two options.
You're not allowed to be an obnoxious little shit Dean.
Yeah. But that happens anyway.
Yeah.
And it's before he even starts eating dinner.
Yes.
So he just doesn't eat dinner.
Correct.
He ate like 3 bites because his parents wouldn't let him get up from the table.
And they don't do anything about the horn laying onto either.
Why was that ever socially acceptable?
Was it? I don't think it was.
I remember that being in several 80s movies that
Oh, yeah.
you
in
would
the
just
movies.
pull up to somebody's house and honk on the horn, and then they would come running out. And it's like, that is so not socially acceptable.
No.
Our white trash neighbors across the street,
They do that, yeah.
they do that. And the other day I was out floating around in the pool, and they were doing that. And I thought, if I had an egg gun right now,
An egg gun,
Egg gun.
good, which is safer than a knife gun.
yeah. This one just shoots out smelly, rotten eggs.
Mhm.
I would have totally shot those little assholes with some raw eggs.
Oh.
That's some white people problems right
Yeah.
there. There I was, floating in the pool, and somebody was being rude.
Yeah. That's true. But no, horns piss me off. Like
Yeah,
if
they
I'm
do.
driving and somebody honks just to like wave at somebody else, it's like that's like an emergency signal, and everyone here is now shell shocked because you just honked in the middle of traffic.
I use my horn to say fuck you. I do that.
I will if someone isn't gonna go like in the light's green, give them the little
Oh, sure.
boop, boop. Yeah, like move it. But That's what it's for, not like, hey, Steve, are you in your car and I'm in mine? Hey, look at me.
All right.
The next time I'm driving behind you going to work,
Don't
I'm
do it.
totally gonna honk.
Don't honk. I used to work with a guy that if you honked, he like had a brain damage, and the horn was like his note that he would go ape shit. And I actually saw him jump out of a car and beat a man senseless at an intersection, and then get back in the car and start driving like nothing fucking happened.
So you hungry?
Yeah. No, it was. I just can't take horns. Never honk a horn around me. I was like, I will not.
What about cleaning lady? Can you hear the words cleaning lady?
Cleaning lady. Yeah, exactly.
All right, so they go to this party, and Mercedes and Paulo show up, and he's already a dickbag, and slinging Tude towards her, and so she's like, "Oh, I can't hang out with you anymore because I've got a date on Saturday with this guy."
With the derp. Yeah, like you could not have picked any other available human male out of that entire party. And you just picked out the nerdy kid.
They were all derps, Jackie.
Yeah, and she's got bad taste in men, so I don't know. Guess just the closest guy. Proximity. Luck by proximity.
Well, and you really should back up because at this point, they're so excited about driver's license that these three dicks are sitting around, these three friends are sitting around thinking about which kind of car the ladies would lose their virginity in.
That's a really shitty game. I was like, I have zero interest in playing that game, even when I was a teen. Like, any of them? Because teenagers are fucking horny? Like, I don't know. What's her boyfriend drive? That's what she's going to lose her virginity in, if she even has her virginity. Morons! How do you play that game?
I don't know.
Well, apparently the fat, disgusting one gets a dump truck or
I
a
think
garbage truck.
It would be better if you were able to incorporate some 20-sided dice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a board
Yeah.
with large figurines.
Large figurines that all represented STDs.
Yeah. These guys are, oh man, I don't like these guys. So next day, Dad picks him up at school and he sees Mercedes and he's like, Dad, there's the girl of my dreams. She's a whore. Dad, get out of here. I'll swing back by and pick you up. I just need to make sure she doesn't see you because dads are lame. Oh, I understand, son. Okay, I'll stand here with these diapers. So he gives her a ride, and she acts like she doesn't even fucking know him.
No, actually, I noticed at several stages, because I tried to pay attention to this, whether she's acting cool, she's forgetful, or she's just stupid.
Okay.
I think she's just stupid.
Okay.
She's like, hey, oh yeah, I know you. You were a human that I met. Like, she's just so stupid that she completely forgot who he was. It could have been the guy in the Ferrari, and she would have fucking forgot him too.
Yeah, it's true. Do you think that there's a chance that Mercedes is on her way already to the drug overdose? Like, you remember, like those kids that get in trouble in high school for huffing paint, or they're doing whatever they can to get high, some rubber cement.
She's got like a Circle K to-go cup that's full of vodka and Kool-Aid, and she's been dancing with Prince V since 8 a.m.
Maybe. I'm thinking more harder than that. Like, maybe there's some holes upstairs, like a little bit of Swiss cheese brain.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you're drinking and doing Valium all day at the age of 16, you're going to forget things.
Yeah. See, I think she's got problems. I think she's not just stupid. I think she's zoop. She's already damaged her melon.
Possibly.
Four brain cells, and they're depleting rapidly.
No, there's like the causality and the correlation and causality of ownership of a Ferrari and possession of cocaine in the 80s were hand in hand.
True. So he takes her to frickin' someplace, Cedar Grove. I don't know. It's too far away. So he goes back and picks up Dad, and Dad looks like he's been through the gauntlet.
Here's one question I'll burn. Why does Dad have diapers? The baby isn't born yet, and their next youngest is like 12.
That is true.
So he's just taking a run at it?
It was the 80s. Everybody was afraid of the bomb. Maybe he's stockpiling the bomb shelter.
I don't know.
Emergency preparedness.
I think it's just poorly thought out.
He's got 62 gallons of water and a bunch of baked beans in a basement someplace.
Because you'll never get tired of baked beans.
No, I never do.
Sitting in a bomb shelter farting for 38 years.
Which is worse, the fallout or the fallout?
Yeah.
So gross.
Either way, you're going to get radiation poisoning. Need some Mentats, some Rat-Away. That's fallout jokes. Some people get those. So it's time for him to take his driver's ed test now, his license test at the DMV. And they've got future computers. Like,
This whole thing is stupid.
it is so stupid.
Yeah, they're in the future.
Uh-huh.
They have, and they're designed specifically for a 3-option multiple choice. It's not even a D. It's just A, B, and C buttons on a flat panel.
Yep.
This is a very expensive system that is essentially a one-trick pony.
Yep. And it's got flashing lights and it makes sounds.
It talks to you through
It
the
talks to
headphones.
you, yeah.
Yep.
And they're all connected apparently too.
Yes.
So it's on a network.
Skynet.
Yeah, I don't think this is real.
No, it's not real.
Yeah, I don't think that's how you took driver's ed courses in 1988. But he fucks up. He doesn't know any of the answers. He gets one right, I guess, and he fails.
Well, he didn't study because Corey Feldman, he pumped him up with false information that, hey, you've been riding in cars your whole life. What's not to know?
Right.
You've seen it all. You've been there and back.
Do you guys think that you would pass the driver's ed test right now?
Considering, and one of the other problems is I think it's different for every state, but there's a very low number that you can miss, and like here it's 3.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would be on the verge.
I think I'd fail.
I think I might fail.
I'd be flat out because there's a lot of numbers like the what is the minimum following distance from a vehicle that's got a yellow flag in the back? I don't know, safe distance.
Yeah, and then they
Whatever feels
change
right.
they change shit every 5
Yeah.
years too. So like the stop sign, the 4-way stop rule changes every 5 years, and then like the minimum distance to change lanes changes. Like
Mhm.
it used to be 7 signals, then it was 100 feet. Now it's like, well, I don't fucking know because you change it all the time.
Yeah, exactly. Jackie, do you think he'd pass?
I had to retake the Idaho driving test in the early 2000s when I moved back here
Whoa.
from Colorado.
Oh, okay, all right.
And I passed barely. I missed the allotted amount, and if I would have missed one more, they would not
Yeah.
have given me a driver's license.
I think I missed 3, which was the allotted amount the first time I took it. They're like, well, you didn't miss 4. Okay. Then they browbeat you about it. Like, just give me the license or don't, right?
Well, I like how they go, I don't feel like if you missed any that you should even be licensed.
Because
And you're like, well, fuck you and give it to me.
yeah, licensed vigilantes.
Yeah.
Fuck.
You're not a safe driver. Why? Because I don't know that the residential area is only 25.
You're not a safe driver.
Yeah.
You should know speed limits, Jackie. I missed 10 the first time. I failed.
That's poor.
Went back 3 weeks later. Missed 8.
Good job.
Went back 3 weeks later. Missed 4.
Nice.
Uh,
Was 4 the limit?
Nope.
Oh, shit. You had to take it 4 times?
I had to take the driver's license test 4 times.
Wow.
Yep, I sucked at I just couldn't figure it out. Like, what's all these numbers? This has nothing to do with driving. I can drive a car perfectly.
And you were the first person in our group to get a ticket, too, because you passed the
Oh,
fucking school
Hell
bus.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
I got 6 tickets in high school.
Jesus.
Anyways, it was a little Corey
Maybe
Haim.
we should have just done the Justin story.
The Justin story. of
License
drive-
to
I would
drive.
be more funny of a movie than this was.
It was not funny. I got my ass beat a lot by my dad.
That probably would have been more funny than what we watched.
Well, it wasn't funny for you guys.
Yeah.
All right, so he fails and he slaps the computer, which causes a glitch, which means that all of the computers shut down and nobody can finish their tests and there's no memory of the answers that they took. But his sister, because she passed early
And they're twins.
and they're twins, she causes him to get his license.
You obviously passed. I would certainly think that would be a mulligan where they like, oh, we fucking screwed that up. Now you have to take it again.
Yeah, we'll just wait for these to reboot. You have to start up. That's on us. You do not get a free license. No, that is not how the DMV ever works or ever will. They're doing everything they can to make it so you don't get a license.
Yeah.
We don't want you back here ever.
No.
Get the hell out of here, fuckers. She says don't fuck with the DMV.
Yeah.
That was kind of fun. But he takes a practice test, the skills test with Uncle Phil, the only good part of the film. And Uncle Phil is fantastic. He's great. He's
Yes.
like talking about how the only thing that he gets any enjoyment out of in this horrible, terrible world that we live in is his cup of coffee.
Round lump of mud we call Earth.
7-Eleven coffee.
This fucking 7-Eleven coffee that's probably MJB or U-Ban.
Yuck.
It's his most precious thing. Do not spill the coffee on Uncle Phil.
Nope.
He's great.
I wonder how many times he has gotten a spill on himself. So he's just kind of a glutton for punishment.
Every day, I would think.
I
There's
would
no
think
way.
like almost every day. I mean,
You gotta fail somebody, yeah.
There's no way you could not have that coffee spill. Just by pulling out of the parking lot, you're going to spill the coffee.
yeah, it's filled all the way to the very top.
Brim.
It's gonna spill.
They didn't have good shocks in those 1985 Ford Escorts.
No.
Bouncy little fuckers.
My dad used to do the same fucking thing, kind of. He had a bucket that he would put in the back of the Subaru.
Of vodka.
No, a bucket of vodka.
Yeah.
Drink it.
No, it was like a bucket full of tools, and it was easy to tip over. And that was before we got to take, both Ben and I, before we got to take driver's ed, we had to pass the dad driving challenge, which was much more rigorous than any driving test. You couldn't tip over the bucket, and you had to start by he would sink all four wheels of the Subaru to the fender in the mud and then get out of the driver's seat and be like, all right, now you got to get it out and drive us home, and you can't tip over the fucking bucket.
What's that going to teach you? How to get a car unstuck?
You learn how to drive a clutch real quick.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
And then also with the bucket tipping over thing, you know, turn at safe speeds.
So if you tipped it over, did he grab the hammer and brain you with it?
No, you had to start over again.
That would have been funner if he'd brain you with it. So anyways, his sister also gets this cool guy. She gets an easy test.
They banged. He
You
was
think?
giving her the once over.
She was giving him the once
It
over.
seemed like he was like, okay, now we're going to go over here. And then they just disappeared for a while.
Yeah.
Like that kind of went away.
Like I say, those Ford Escorts don't have good shocks. This economy cars are rocking.
The pony.
Yeah.
Those were specifically the pony,
Yeah.
the half hatchback thing.
Yep.
But both pass. He less passes. He's got a very rigorous test, but he does fine. He's apparently a very good driver.
Oh, he must be if he's going to pass the Uncle Phil driver's test.
Yeah. So they hand him his license, but nope, he fails. They checked the system memory and he failed.
Yeah. You can't let him out of that. I mean, I guess once he gets to that point, you're fucked because he just passed the actual hard test.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. The whole thing was dubious.
Dubious, yes. Not to mention he gets handed his license when he sees her coming. That kid would have turned and ran. I'm out. Gone.
Well, and I like how she tore up the license because it's just some paper jobber.
Yeah, they don't laminate him, I guess.
Yeah, they were most assuredly laminated at that time in California.
Mm-hmm. So he lies to his parents and his friends, tells everybody he's got his license, and he's nervous about driving. But his mom eventually finds the note that says he failed. So he gets grounded for 2 weeks for lying, and no BMW for you, son.
He didn't get a BMW. He just got a BMW hat.
Yeah. Well, his dad's like, you saved me $26,000.
He was going to get a BMW, which is ridiculous.
Wouldn't you like to fucking punt that kid?
Yeah,
Are you kidding me?
he's a dick.
Goddamn BMW? Really?
What is the sister getting?
A Fiero.
The
Just Ferris Bueller.
the way that they sort of treat her, you figure she just gets to drive the Audi every once in a while.
Yeah,
She's like chopped liver in comparison.
sure.
Oh, that was the 80s, though, for you. Having a son was
Yeah.
that was the thing. If you were a girl,
The heir to the kingdom.
yeah. I guess that really hasn't. That's just not the 80s, but
You-
you know.
The answer was if she wants a car, she needs to go find a 26-year-old boyfriend.
Hope she finds one in the kitchen, because that's where ass belongs.
Oh, what do you need a car for? There's no road in between the kitchen and the laundry room.
Did you pass your license test to use this rolling pin? Because where's my fucking dinner? All right, so it's nighttime, and I guess it's this Saturday night that he's going to go out with Mercedes finally. And the sister and the boyfriend go take the Audi to this fucking protest thing. 'Cause
Yeah, why doesn't dickbag boyfriend?
Take his own car.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got one.
he's bitching about the
You're-
Audi.
There's a pregnant lady.
Mm-hmm.
Take his car. I got a driver's license now. Drive his.
Right.
Fuck off, both of you.
Fuck off, both of you. And then it's time passes. He doesn't call Mercedes ever. It's the date night, and he doesn't fucking call her until she calls him And what's our time estimate on the time?
It was 11:14 when she called him.
Okay, 11:14 is when she calls him. She's been sitting around all night long until
In her
quarter
defense,
after 11 o'clock.
when you're that drunk and full of pills, time really moves quickly.
Yeah, true. But if she's this dreamboat, like, whoa, that this film is trying to portray that she is, and not the basket case that she actually is, wouldn't she not call him and be like, fuck that guy?
She doesn't like have any friends. Maybe she's so pretty she's just unapproachable.
No, that usually just means that you're a fucking bitch.
Yeah, you're a fucking
Oh.
bitch and you have plenty of friends because you're the most
Because-
popular girl in school.
I mean, I don't know. I've known a lot of really beautiful women, and not one of them was a bitch face. And I was friends with them. Now, the ones that were bitch faces, I was like, dude, no way. You are a fucking hot mess of whatever the fuck that is over there. You go fuck yourself, you little fucking weirdo.
I'm sorry, I don't speak that language.
Yeah, I don't either. I have no idea what you're talking about.
No, I mean, they're just some women are just fucking bitches, and you're just like, no, I don't care how beautiful you are not worth a bang. Like, I don't even know if my dick would get chopped off
Oh.
if it got anywhere close to your Gucci crotch.
Well, good thing you don't have one.
I know, but it's like, yuck.
Yeah, we don't think that way.
Oh, I do. I look at men like that too, and I'm like, oh no, you're high maintenance.
Especially when you're a teenager. Like, everybody wants to bang everybody. It doesn't matter. Anyways, so she calls him, and she's like, come get me. So he's going to go get her, and it's going to take 20 minutes to get there. So by the time he gets there, if he's totally accurate on his timing, it's past 11:30.
Which also doesn't work in time and space because when he is getting picked up by his dad and they're almost to their house with the damn diapers, I don't know what the fuck is going on because they're not that far from time and space don't work in this show.
Right.
Because she lives like right down the street.
That's what I think too. Anyway, so he sneaks the caddy out and rolls over some bushes. So, oh no, I've left a trail of evidence already. But he picks Mercedes up, and she like does the slow motion walk out the door. Whoa, this girl. Woo wee. Now, I'm not talking about Heather Graham. I'm not dissing on Heather Graham. She's a gorgeous woman. She looks so stupid in this.
That dress is for a girl who's fucking 10.
Yes, it is a child's dress.
But that was the 80s, though. And they had the tutus were in, the triple layer dress looking thing like she had on, that was in. All that stuff was really popular.
Okay.
Mini skirts.
Does she look good?
No, she looks like
She
a fucking idiot.
Looks like a fucking idiot. And she has got so much goddamn makeup on her face.
That's the 80s, too. Everybody
Ugh.
had a lot of makeup on.
No.
Hairspray everywhere.
No.
Yep.
Oh, man. She. ugh.
Electric colored eyeshadows and
Traveling back in time, you're just like, oh, wow, they ruined Heather Graham. Good job. That's an achievement. Huh.
And I gotta say, she looked so young in this movie.
Well, she's 18 years old.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, and then you like look at her now. Her facial features really haven't changed at all.
No.
She looks young
She's a
now
specimen.
because she's like 45 and she looks 20.
Yeah.
She does look much older than Corey Haim, though, in this film.
She's much taller than he is.
They are not a good match.
And she wasn't wearing tall heels either. Those were only like inch and a halfs. And Affleck would have been a better choice for height
Yes,
purposes.
Right. Absolutely.
But not as realistic because, I don't know. I was taller than a lot of boys when I was that age.
He looks like a child. He looks like he's about 3 years younger than she does.
Yeah, even though he is 17 when they shot it.
Yeah. Anyway, so they go to this dance club, which I guess that's where teenagers go, is a fucking fancy dance club. And
It's-
outside of it, everybody's got like exotic sports cars.
Well, it's the 80s, so 16-year-old girls and up and 25-year-old men and up.
Right, but wouldn't you be like, I can't get in there if you're Corey Haim's character? That's not going to happen. I'm never going to get in there.
He didn't know that. He's stupid.
Well, she should fucking know that. You're
she
never
knows
gonna
that.
get
She
in.
doesn't give a
Yeah,
fuck.
she doesn't give a fuck. All right.
Yeah, she just ditches him right at the door.
Yeah, she ditches him, and his car gets towed. Grandpa's car. Oh, we never even mentioned that he's driving around Grandpa's precious Cadillac.
16 years old, 20,000 miles.
Yeah. Why did Grandpa leave the car? Does anybody have an idea?
Okay, so as we find out later, Dad drives a BMW 3 Series.
Correct, yeah.
It is stated by Corey Haim's that Grandpa doesn't like to take the Cadillac on long trips
Okay.
because it was perfectly designed to do that.
Uh-huh.
He then takes his dad's car, which is a 3 Series, nothing like the open road in a 3 Series BMW.
True.
The B stands for butt pain.
Butt pain.
Sitting the bucket seats, and those were sports cars for the commuter. Say they're
Sure.
not long. They're not a touring model.
No, they're not.
Whereas the Cadillac is a touring model.
That is correct.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyways, so car gets towed, and he jumps on the truck, and I like the truck driver here. He's a good character. He's fun.
Yeah, all of the peripheral characters were better than any of the actual characters.
Yeah, he's like, boy, I ran over deer and elk and even bears. You're not going to stop this truck.
Yeah, you're 60 pounds of you ain't going to do shit.
It was pretty fun. But
Then he gives him $80. I feel like that's a pretty good haul for
I
that
think
guy.
that's a pretty good fucking bribe right there.
And he's
well,
like,
considering
"Ugh."
that right now it costs about $45 just to move a car from the parking lot over to another area of a parking lot.
Oh,
So I think a regular tow nowadays is like $125. But back in the 80s, probably wasn't that expensive.
but if you don't tow it, if you're just like show up, hoist the car up, drop it down, get $80, it's a pretty good deal.
Yeah, good call. Anyways, so he's all like, $80, and
He's laughing at it like $80 is nothing.
yeah, he is.
Drives off with the
Fuck
chain
anybody.
dragon too.
Yeah. But she's grabbed an entire magnum of champagne on her
Walked
way out.
Right out.
Nobody bothers.
Nope.
Is
Well,
that
she's also
realistic?
confronted her boyfriend too.
Well, he's moved in with somebody named Veronique, so he's done in her
Veronique
eyes.
had some big boobs.
She wasn't in high school still.
Yeah.
All right. It's much better fit for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody questions her grabbing this magnum of wine and just starting chugging it in the middle of the street. But don't forget, she's a fucking teenager. But okay, whatever.
That's fine.
1988. So they drive up to Lover's Lane, and she's already hot and heavy. Like she wants to bone down.
Well, she's drunk.
She's fucking wasted. She drinks the entire fucking magnum. She can't.
She would be a fountain of vomit.
Fountain of vomit probably needs to go to the hospital.
Yeah,
she's what do we want to put her weight at? 120 at most?
Oh, if she was holding a bucket of water, maybe.
I can't drink a magnum of wine, and I've been drinking for fucking 20 years.
Well, first off,
Drink
she's
a
not
Magnum.
she's
I don't
not
think you're-
drinking wine
or
She's drinking
champagne.
champagne.
I don't think I could drink a magnum of champagne.
I think we got real close.
Wine is different than champagne.
Yeah, that's true.
You're gonna vom.
You're gonna vom.
Not a
She-
chance.
She was gonna spew everywhere.
She has done this before. She is a pro at drinking.
Oh yeah.
This woman is a basket case. Not good. But I also thought it was like, whoa, hot and heavy. Like she wants to get nailed on the hood of the car and shit. Like this is going kind of fast. Wow. But anyways, she passes out.
She
on
is
him.
real drunk.
Yeah, but okay. So she passes out on him naturally, and he takes the car over to Dean's because Dean's apparently an expert with hammers, so he's going to pound the dents that her ass made in the hood.
Oh, we're to believe that he's an expert at auto body because he says something later when the side of it gets ripped off that he can fix that too.
Yeah, it's not a
Don't
big deal.
worry, it's only one side.
So they talk him into going to this place called Archie's. Hey, man, we're going to have an adventure. Now, don't forget that they've already gone to a club, driven over there, driven up to Lover's Lane, had that experience, and now driven back into town. I'm starting to think that this is about 1 in the morning.
Oh, I would say that by now they're 3 in the morning. It's got to be. How long were they up on the 45 minutes?
Yeah.
They were there for 45.
Takes a while to get up on the hill in LA.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. All right, so well past their bedtimes. But they're going to go to this place called Archie, which I guess you can't Feldman makes this big deal about how you get there.
It's like the standard Corey Feldman speech.
Mm-hmm.
He gives it. Works okay, I guess.
Yeah, you have to have a car to go to this place. No public transit going out there.
Why not? It's in the middle of
'Cause-
fucking town.
No, it's out in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Well, not when you get there.
Well, there's no public transportation that time in the morning, too.
So they've got Mercedes in the back of the Cadillac, passed out, and they're driving to Archie's, and Feldman's back there, and he does a real nice job of reminding us that it's the fucking 80s, and you're allowed to assault women
Yeah,
sexually.
he goes from misdemeanor to a felony by getting a camera involved.
Mm-hmm. Yep, he's got pictures. Not good. Not good at all, filmmakers of the 80s. Just don't like women very much, do ya? Think it's okay to fondle their fiddly bits when they're passed out? Huh? Do ya? Do ya? Teaching your sons that? Sending them to Stanford, huh?
Stanford, huh?
Letting them rape passed out ladies with a little bit of GHB, huh? 80s? Bad. Not cool.
I would also like to say that, it was bad as the lady on this show.
All right, so I understand that it fucking happens. But don't put it in a fucking teenager's movie. Come on, dude. That's just encouraging.
No,
like, this
it's-
type of behavior is okay because Feldman's doing it.
Sexual assault was okay in the
God
80s.
damn it.
Yeah, there's a reason that sexual harassment at work also came to be.
Yeah. Ugh. All right, so they crash the car.
How is Janice supposed to get my coffee if I don't grab her butt? I mean, this is simple math, people.
What do you mean you want to raise? Get down underneath the desk. We'll see how far it raises up. Oh my God, it's blowing up. You get 5 cents.
Janice, hold my calls. Wait, you're already holding my balls.
I'm sure that's the exact voice every dickhead boss used to.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
No, I made it funny.
At the cost of your feelings.
Yeah.
Ooh. All right, so anyways, they crash the car through a fence and jump it down a fucking cliff and slide stop into Shakey's Pizza.
I miss Shakey's Pizza.
I go for Shakey's Pizza
I
right now.
don't, even though I mean, I kind of do. You miss it until you're inside. And you're like, wait, I think I remember. And then you're eating it. You're like, oh, yeah, it's chicken and pizza. Neither one of them are good.
So they stick Mercedes in the fucking trunk because I guess...
What the fuck is the problem with, I mean, they're going to get other chicks.
Right.
So they can't be obvious sexual assaulters.
Mm-hmm.
So they put her in the trunk.
Now, mind you, gentlemen,
Grade 2 felony.
3 teenage boys, she's the most popular girl in school, and you're stuffing her in a trunk with a spare tire iron, tools are rolling around. She's going to get pretty fucked up back there.
Yeah.
Not good.
Well, they took the golf clubs out.
Oh, thank God.
So the golf clubs are now riding in the back seat.
Well, that's just so they can get her in there.
Yeah.
She's going to die.
It's not going to be pleasant.
Ugh, assholes. All right, so they finally get to this Archie's place, and it's the 80s version of Sonic. I don't like Sonic.
It's just a fucking drive-in.
Yeah, but it's stupid.
It makes me wonder, like, was there ever... Who's the person that's like, oh, I got it. We're going to nail the teenage market. The people without any money.
Yes.
That's what we need.
It's a drive-in with roller skating girls that serve burgers and Pepsis and play shitty 80s music, and teenagers just dance around. That's this
They
place.
also wear scanty outfits.
Yeah. I think this is a meat market for those aforementioned 25 to 30-year-old men.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, totally. Ugh. So they're going
Don't lie, Sam. You go down to the Sonic every weekend. You're like, yeah.
I don't because
Sonic.
it gives me diarrhea.
Have you seen the people that go to Sonic?
They're not hot.
It's that bald guy and that dark-haired dude that make shitty jokes in commercials.
You know what, Glenn? I'm just done with the glory hole. We both know who's on either side. Let's just get this over with.
That's what it feels like when you eat Sonic.
Yeah, it's gross.
It's gross.
Yeah, you microwaved my food before you brought it out.
We
That's
just
wonderful.
lost all of our Sonic audience. Oh no.
Quick, say something nice about the fact that they still use
Those-
styrofoam cups. You fucking
Yeah,
bastards.
fuck you, Sonic.
Those
Fuck you, Sonic.
Jolly Rancher drinks are good.
The ocean water is pretty good, but
Enjoy
still,
it. Do you enjoy it in your environmental destruction cup, Sam?
Yes.
Because you can't recycle those.
Nope.
You light them on fire, and guess what? Burns out the ozone.
yeah, that's why I quit eating at Sonic.
That's why. Not because it gives you
Not
diarrhea.
because of the diarrhea.
Yeah.
I quit because of the diarrhea.
It's $10 to get some diarrhea.
I could think of a lot of other restaurants that I could go get $10 worth of food and get diarrhea from.
Or
Thank you.
$10 worth of diet. Like there's better value in diarrhea out there.
Yeah, I mean, you can get a double cheesy pizza so that it's only partial diarrhea.
if you want massive diarrhea, Arby's. That's your.
Oh, God. And that's like $20.
No, you can just go with one $5 sandwich. It'll get the job done.
Jesus. Some piping hot Arby's. How's that place still even open? Anyways, we gotta move on. They get chased off by these dudes, these ruffians, because Charles smashes his car door against their car.
Doors it, dings it up real nice. The GTO.
Yeah.
Yep.
So they don't get their chicks. They got to bail, run away.
Which I don't even think it was a GTO. Was that a Duster? It looked like a Duster that they tried to put a GTO on,
Yeah.
and it didn't even fit, so there was just like a TO.
Mm-hmm.
But they run it into some fucking sedan anyway,
How'd they
so it doesn't
fuck
matter.
that up?
Yeah. Even if it was just a Duster, come on now.
Yeah. So the sister, they driving along, and the sister sees them. She's at this protest thing. She sees them, and
That's right, because they pull out right in front of the weapons people that are moving the weapons into their town.
Yeah.
In like a 1956 international stock truck.
right.
It was like, oh, is it missiles or cows? What are we hauling here?
It was very weird. But she gets arrested, I guess. And up this police roadblock for DUIs, they've cordoned off the road and checked some people, and one guy's really drunk, and they check Les, and he doesn't have his license, so he finally fesses up to the boys that he doesn't have it, that he failed his test, and they get busted for it.
Sort of.
Yeah, sort of. But the riot's so out of control that they got to call all the cops in, so they get away with it.
Yeah, but before the cop leaves, he goes, "Open the trunk, son." And he opens up the trunk, and there's a girl back there. And
Yeah.
the cop is, like, not even concerned. He's
Well,
like, 3 teenage boys and a teenage girl locked in the trunk. All right, well,
It
whatever.
is Saturday night
In 1988.
in 1988. Like, they would have been in trouble if she wouldn't have been in the trunk.
That's true. They would have been like, what are you 3 faggots out doing?
Yeah,
And then they get beat
exactly.
up, right?
Yeah.
The girl in the trunk, they're like, oh, okay, well, at least you're not queers.
Yeah, because in the 80s, that was a bad thing.
God damn it. I hate you, 1980. Zuh. So the drunk ends up stealing their car because he just thinks it's a Maserati and it's nicer than the car he drives. So, I've been pretty fucked up in my life. I've been real drunk a few times.
Yeah.
I would never do this, ever.
No.
He's also cutting his own limes on the dashboard
That
and then
was-
just stabbing the knife into the dashboard at one point. I'm like, this guy fucking rocks.
He
Cutting-
has a party inside this car.
Cutting the limes was the second funniest joke. Whatever, Tammy Crapper was number 1, but the
Tina Crapper.
Tina Crapper, yeah. The cutting the limes was number 2 for me.
Yeah, me too.
I got 2 laughs out of this whole fucking movie.
Yeah. So he crashes the car up real nice. They're chasing him in his VW, and he fucks it up pretty good. He pukes in it, and then he passes out while driving down the road. And Les has to do the VW transfer over to the caddy while driving maneuver. Not funny.
No, and it wasn't good stunt sequence either. Like, it was stupid and drawn out. The door kept opening. Like, whoa, what are we going to do?
Yeah.
Just get in the car.
And he stops it just in the fucking nick of time, crashes it up more.
The problem with this whole sequence is that guy just saved their bacon.
Yes, absolutely.
The car has been stolen.
Now it's stolen and wrecked. Just go home.
You've taken your get out of jail free card. Because the only
Absolutely.
thing that would have been wrong is if she was still in the trunk, which was she was not.
Uh-huh.
So, sayonara.
Even if she is, she's already been brained with a tire
Well,
iron
I think you
3
got to
times.
save. I mean, you saved the girl.
No, they have no regard for her life.
They
None.
don't,
They put
but-
her in a fucking trunk.
They did.
Just go home, and when the cops are like, come and find this dead girl in the back of the trunk, the drunk did it. He doesn't remember. I guess I picked up a hooker.
It wasn't
Sorry.
you that killed her, sir. It was the 80s.
Yes, indeed. No, they're stupid kids, which I guess makes sense. They're stupid kids.
Yeah.
All right, so car's all fucked up, and it's morning time. So they have gone out all night long.
Sun's up.
And Les is the only one that has snuck out.
I think they still, like, Dean and Charles snuck out, but no one cares.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And it seems pretty early. Like, maybe they're sneaking back in at this point.
Sure. But, man, okay, I don't know. I know my fucking parents. Ooh, they would not let me stay out all night long. But
No. I would have gotten my ass beat.
I wouldn't have gone outside ever again. So he drops everybody off, and Mercedes is now sober, but she still feels emotionally attached to him, like he's her fucking hero.
Thanks for a great night.
You don't remember any of it, ding dong.
Nope.
She's got problems, so many problems.
And at this point, I'm thinking the movie's over, and I'm pretty grateful.
Yeah, me too. But mom's having the baby. It's go time there. Les pulls up into the garage, and finally, Dad, after they're flirting with this joke, like, oh, is he even gonna notice the car's wrecked? But finally does, throws this big temper tantrum, yells at Les, but Mom's like, get me to the fucking hospital!
So they drive there at high speeds backwards due to circumstances.
Zany business.
Right, because the transmission drops, and the only way they can get the car to go is in reverse.
He makes Uncle Phil spill his coffee in shock, I guess. Like, that's a man driving a car backwards. Anderson!
Yep.
And they make it to the hospital, and there's like fucking steel construction going on.
A
outside.
giant metal beam. Who knows?
Yeah, it's just on a
It's-
crane getting moved around.
Yeah, it's steel. They're
It's
building
huge.
something right next to the hospital.
It's too big.
It's in the middle of the road.
Yeah, so it falls and smashes the car.
Worse than it's already fucked up.
Yeah.
And you know, at that point, you're going, yes,
Again,
that's a good thing if you're that
anybody
kid.
Problem solved.
get a picture of it before it got hit by that? Because all of a sudden that did all the damage, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Problem solved.
Yep.
That is $25,000 that your insurance company is now going to pay you.
Well, their insurance company, they dropped the fucking steel on it.
Right.
Yeah, that's their fucking problem now.
Yeah.
Yep, they're replacing Grandpa's Cadillac.
So dumb. So then the next day, babies come out. Great, whatever. Grandpa comes for his car.
I feel like this is a farther forward. Like
Do you-
this is a cut a few weeks
Okay.
forward.
I guess you don't just leave the next day with
Yeah.
babies. Yeah, a few days though, but not like
I'm thinking
months.
a couple weeks.
No way.
That's
Yeah.
what I kind of thought too. Like the kids and the family looked like they were pretty much at home. Things were back to normal. They were having a normal paced kind of life again. And
All right, fine.
Which gives him the ability to have a driver's license.
Okay, it does open up that
Yeah.
window. All right. So Grandpa comes for his car, and he's like, "Oh, thank God you fucking ruined my car because I ruined yours."
he starts laughing hysterically.
Pulls up, the BMW pulls up, and it's all smashed to shit too.
It's so stupid.
So stupid.
And then the girl pulls up.
Mercedes drives
Mercedes drives up in the car that I wanted so badly.
up. Cabrio?
Oh, yeah. Rabbits and cabrios were so cool when I was growing up.
They
I
were
wanted
very
one.
cool. They were very cool in the 80s. I still kind of think they're cool.
I do too.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't mind dinking around in one. I think they're pretty awesome.
We're going to go to the beach type fun.
Yeah.
Pump some jams and maybe get some Sonic on the way. And then
Drink vodka and take Valium all day.
diarrhea in the ocean.
Instead
The
of cake
ocean is
by the
diarrhea
ocean.
if you've ever been. If you go back to 1988, Long Beach was basically just waves of diarrhea and syringes.
Yeah, many syringes.
Ugh.
All right, so that's the movie. I guess they're boyfriend or girlfriend now. Hate
As long as she's not too drunk and just has sex with somebody that she thinks is him.
maybe. I don't.
She
even know.
thinks
Who
he's
cares?
somebody else.
Yeah.
Who knows?
First question: does Mercedes have parents?
It doesn't appear that she does.
Well, how'd she get that car? She's
think-
got those parents that swing in
Yes.
between business meetings and they're like, hey, how's it going? Oh, did you get a driver's license? Sweet, here's a car.
She's got revolving door parents.
Yeah.
Don't murder somebody because I will get in trouble for it. Everything else, I don't give a fuck what you do, Mercedes.
I didn't pay attention to a word you just said. I will see you next week.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you die, whatever. I don't care.
Stop taking so much of your mom's Valium. Don't stop taking it altogether, but you're taking too much of it.
Or if you're going to take too much of it, take all of it at once. So I don't have to pay for your ass anymore.
Oh.
That's
Where's
where she's
your-
headed anyway,
Where's your
Sam.
30-year-old boyfriend? Fuck. Aren't you 16 yet?
Make him drive you down to Sunset Boulevard and drop your ass off.
Yeah, I've got 5 just like you in the back of my car. Ah.
He does. Her dad does, indeed.
Yeah.
Ick.
So do you guys think that they sold the booby pictures to the kids at school or, you could look at them for $5?
Yeah.
I'm thinking that probably happened.
I totally think that happened. It's before the internet, at least. So, it's not on Facebook,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which you go to jail for now.
But I think that what's his name? Dean.
Mhm.
Dean's the one that's showing the pictures in the boys' bathroom.
Yeah, he's
Yep.
the entrepreneur.
Absolutely.
So, do you think that the story where Grandpa crashes the
God damn
car
it, you stole my question.
is actually a better movie than this one?
What do you think he did? How do you think he fucking fucked that up?
Well, I don't know. I mean, that's where I'm. That's not quite the question I'm asking. I'm asking, would you rather watch that movie than the one we just watched? Because I
No.
think that I would have liked.
I think they're both going to suck.
They're both gonna suck. All right.
Grandpa does not seem like much of a character to me. Like, I don't like Grandpa.
I don't know where he goes without his golf clubs.
Exactly.
He's dressed like a golfer.
Fishing.
He's going to have sex with all of the ladies.
All of the 16-year-olds.
Yeah, that's why he doesn't want to use
Okay.
his car because he can use his son's. He just tours across the country in this
Mhm.
BMW, gets some tail, comes back, and then they're like, "Well, will I ever see you again?" He's like, "Yeah, look me up. I've got a Mercedes or I've got this BMW." And then he comes back to his normal life and he has his Cadillac and he goes back to his little crappy apartment and
Golfing all day.
yeah,
So how did the car get smashed?
cocaine binge and he
Oh,
rolled it down the hill.
Also a steel girder at the other hospital across town?
Maybe. He
He
has
just-
another family.
Yes. I don't know where we're going with this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Who's next?
I'm out of questions.
All right, so I got one more. Who would you pick for your best friend? If you can only pick one, would you take Dean, Les, or Charles?
Chuck.
Well,
Total
Charles is the answer there.
Yeah,
If
totally
I had
Chuck.
more people to choose from that were just in the movie, though, I would go with Uncle Phil.
Ooh, I don't think I'd be friends with Uncle Phil. That is a dangerous man. Hilarious.
I wouldn't
but
ride.
Jesus.
I wouldn't let him drive.
No, I think that guy is like that about everything.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Eh.
Oh man, he's just a screamer. Hates everybody. He calls the world a terrible mudball or
Yeah.
whatever. He's not a happy guy.
Is he wrong? Is he wrong?
See, I don't know. I think maybe I should have just opened that one up to everybody in the movie because I'm with Sam. If I had to pick one, I wouldn't want to be friends with any of these dicks. But if I was going to pick somebody for the movie, though, I would go with the drunk guy who steals the car.
Oh no, that guy's gonna murder somebody at some point.
Either one of the parents would actually be good friends, I think.
I'm going with Carol Kane,
Yeah, Carol Kane would
Yeah.
be good.
which I'd go for some Carol Kane right now. Come on over, Carol Kane. You're cool. You can be my friend.
Oh, dude, I would totally fix her nachos.
Ooh, nachos sound good. Let's go eat some nachos. I
Wholesale
don't
on
recommend.
diarrhea.
I do not recommend this movie. I think it sucks. Anybody that says, "Oh, it's so cool because it's got so much fucking nostalgia and it's just so 80s," and no, it's vomit 80s. You know what? Watch Ferris Bueller. If you want to have some nostalgia, watch a good movie. Don't watch this one.
Say that the moments that they miss on are exactly the moments that get hit on in Better Off Dead.
Yes.
I would say go watch Better Off Dead. Don't watch this one.
Yeah, pass. This was not a good movie.
Total crap. Next week is my pick, and I think we're gonna do Volcano, starring Tommy Lee Jones from 1997.
What's magma?
What is magma? All right, come back. Get to the job.
Visit us at www.stinkermadness.com. Follow Stinker Madness on Twitter at Stinker Madness. Please rate and review us on iTunes and Stitcher. Thank you for listening, and get to the chopper.
Oh, I say, hey, you. Get into my 1972 Chevy van that has all the windows painted black. Help me put this couch into it, then put this lotion on. Put the fucking lotion on. Isn't that what he says? No, it's put the lotion in the basket.
It puts the lotion on the skin.
Right, but then when he freaks out.
I got your little dog, mister.
Put it in the fucking basket. Whatever happened to that guy?
He's in fucking everything.
Buffalo Bob?
Yeah.
Name one.
He was the cop in Monk. He's done. We just watched like 2 movies. He's in fucking. He's the handler of Paul in Need for Speed, or not Need. What is it? Fast and Furious 1. He's the cop. He's his boss.
Huh?
Yeah.
No
he
way.
he got portly and bald,
Uh-huh.
but it's the same guy, and he's in all sorts of shit. I'm looking good. Now that
All
you
right,
heard
I'm
me
looking good.
Are you?
Yeah. Can you see me?
Your levels are good.
Sure wish we'd watched Silence of the Lambs instead of this.
I don't know. Silence of the Lambs is pretty long.
It is pretty long. I do like that movie though.
Maybe we should watch that next.
No, you have
Sam.
to watch it when it's raining.
Yeah.
Oh,
And dark outside.
okay.
And the power could go out at any point. And there's a man with a mangina. Tucks his wieners between his balls. That's what I call the hamburger. Wieners the burger and your balls are the bun.
Oh my
It's a
god.
Big Mac.
It's a hamburger made of hot dogs and eggs.
It's a quarter of an eighth pounder.